Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Hey, today we're going to have one of the top young coaches in the country, Sam Kohnke. He's the new head coach, Oklahoma City University Stars. Cascade Hoops Talk starts right now. Cascade Hoops Talk, produced in the shadow of the beautiful Cascade Mountains and bringing the world NAIA basketball. One podcast at a time. Hey, welcome to Cascade Hoops Talk. Really appreciate you tuning in. Tell your friends about the show. Today we have Sam Kohnke. He's the new head men's basketball coach at Oklahoma City University. They are the Stars. You know Sam from his time over at Central Baptist. Boys they had a great run over there. First time I met him was in Kansas City the year they made, I believe, the Final Eight. This guy knows how to put together a basketball team. Really looking forward to what he can accomplish there at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City has a great tradition. They've made some strides in recent years. They just need to push the thing over the top. This program needs to get back to its greatness, and I'm really anxious to see how far Sam Kohnke can get this program. Why don't we just take a listen to Sam Kohnke, new head men's basketball coach, Oklahoma City University Stars. Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. I got Sam Kohnke on the phone. He's the new head men's basketball coach, Oklahoma City University Stars. Sam, good to talk to you. How you doing?
Good to talk to you, Bill. I'm doing well. Just been working hard and trying to get everything ready for the fastly approaching season, but I'm very excited. Thanks for having me on.
So are you settled in Oklahoma City yet, or are you still moving stuff, or where are you at in your life?
So I'm pretty settled from a personal perspective. Like, my apartment looks nice and it's furnished, or at least getting close to it. And then, in the professional aspect, I'm getting there. Every day we're taking steps forward just to make sure everything's in line and ready to go and ready to, hopefully have a successful season.
So you got students back on campus? Are they treating you okay? Just how does it feel to you so far?
It's felt good. I mean, it's pretty cool just to kind of walk into my office and look out my window and see, just the beautiful facility and the beautiful court that we have at OCU, and the campus is beautiful as well. Yeah. So that's been really a treat. And then I don't have an assistant coach right now. We're in the process of finalizing that. So it has been just a lot of just hours and just if something's got to get done, then it's got to be me that goes and does it. And that's been good just to kind of learn the intricacies of OCU. Every school's different. But no, they're treating me really well. The players are starting to get to campus. So I've met over half of them at this point. And the last couple ones will be coming in today and tomorrow. And they all seem like really good young men, at least from what I've seen so far. And I'm really excited to coach them this year.
Let's talk about I know you've been out, you're hitting the recruiting trail. Conway is about a 4 or 5 hour drive from Oklahoma City. So you're pretty familiar with recruiting in that area, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a pretty good JUCO scene in Oklahoma that, we've tried to hit a little bit and form relationships there. But yeah, no, you're right. It's an easy drive, bordering state to Arkansas. And then honestly, the reality of the situation is, we recruit pretty nationally. I'd say the number one way I've recruited the last couple of years has been, just through phone calls, through word of mouth, through coaches I know that, I trust, and they say, hey, you should look at this guy or take a look at this guy. And then, recruiting online too, trolling through Twitter and finding, going through emails. It's just whatever means possible. I just, kind of got to have the, which I pride myself on, having an eye on seeing, okay, well, this guy I think could work in our system, this guy maybe not, and just kind of filtering through that and just forming the best constructed roster you can.
Yeah, there's a lot of different routes. This summer, I've never really done it in the past, but I started retweeting a lot of these guys. I'm available. Here's my video. I never used to do that, but I started thinking, well, the more that gets out there, the easier it is for coaches to see, more. Just because I retweet it doesn't mean it's going to help them. But I think just the more exposure you can give guys is the better in the long run. But
you're absolutely right.
So what?
Actually, it's kind of
go ahead.
It's kind of funny. our All-American point guard from last year, Sage Borbin, who, was a 2-year starter for us at Central Baptist and took us, to the Elite Eight 2 years ago and round of 32 last year. And I found him in the middle of July 2 years ago, just on Twitter. I had no connection. I just saw the film. And so that stuff, people retweeting and putting their film out there, it does make a difference. It does help get coaches' eyes on you. And with Sage, it worked out pretty well for us. And we've had a couple other guys like that. So no, that stuff is very, very important.
Oh yeah, I think Sage worked out for you. That's
Yeah,
putting it mildly.
Definitely.
So what kind?
Yeah.
You're kind of finalizing your team, putting it together. You've been out recruiting. Talk about the team you're trying to build. What are the guys that you're trying to recruit? Are you trying to go younger? You trying to bring in older guys? What's the mix you're looking for?
Good question. So, I'm just trying to. I don't necessarily have a predetermined plan in place on what ages or anything, but because that Elite Eight team we did have 2 years ago, I think we started 3 sophomores on that team. So I think, I really just prioritizing obviously talent and character over age, I think is something important for us. But we're just kind of evaluating everyone that comes on our radar, and regardless of age, and it's looking like we're getting primarily juniors, a couple seniors as well, but I think we'll be older, but we're not going to be the oldest team in the country, but that is, kind of at CBC, we always would have a couple upperclassmen difference maker transfers, and then some guys that we had developed for, a year or 2 or 3 in our system who have meshed well with those guys. And because I do think, that's the beauty of the transfer portal is, you can rebuild a team in a year as we've seen a lot of coaches do. But, I do think that there is something to having some continuity and being able to coach,
Yep.
At least a handful of guys for multiple years. And they learn your system and learn what you like and don't like, and really can help you establish your culture as well. So just basically, we got a mix of guys, that we're going to bring in. I think 5 returnees from OCU and 4 with me from CBC, and then a couple outside guys. So I like what we got so far, and I'm pretty excited to see them on the court together.
Oklahoma City University, the Stars, has a very, very rich basketball tradition. As you mentioned early in the interview, they play in a beautiful facility there. I'm assuming that's what drew you to Oklahoma City, is the history and the basketball culture there, or was it something else?
That was absolutely a big part of it. I mean, it's just, I think it's about 7 basketball national championships. It's in that range. But no, it is an incredible history, incredible facilities. And then, just the, I love just kind of building things in the basketball world. And, this is an opportunity to rebuild a program and kind of just get it to a place where hopefully we can, be mentioned with those schools, those legendary teams of the past. So no, just a couple things: the history, the facilities, and the opportunity to hopefully build something special here just was very attractive to me, and wanted to try my hand at it.
You mentioned that this program, while it's made some improvements, it's not where it needs to be. As we said, it's a historic program. It needs to be completely revived. What things? I know you're just got about 2 months, 6 weeks or something so far to look at it. But what are the things that you're seeing that you say, these are the things we've got to prioritize this season?
Yeah, I think, I've kind of taken the approach that I'm just going to kind of continue to emphasize the same things I've been emphasizing. So I think number one is defense. Like that is going to be what we hang our hat on. That's going to be why we win games. And I just think that's, defense is consistent. Defense travels on the road. Defense wins games late. So that's going to be kind of our number one thing, is just establishing a culture where it's just, look, we're going to really guard. We're going to make things difficult for you and just not let you have anything easy on us. And so that's going to be my number one thing, is just instilling that culture. At CBC, the last 2 years, we've been pretty undersized. But nevertheless, we were still, pretty solid defensive teams. So, that's I think we're going to have more length this year, and we should be able, in theory, on paper, to be a really good defensive team. So that's going to be priority number 1, 2, and 3, if I'm being honest. Is just establishing that culture, and then I think that instills a certain level of toughness in guys, and just a grittiness, and that's I think that's what it takes to win at a high level at this level.
Sam, Oklahoma City University is successful in a number of NAIA sports. You got to work to get the attention on campus. What is your feel for kind of where basketball ranks in there? Are people excited for basketball, or have other sports overshadowed it? What is your sense at this point?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There are some fantastic programs, fantastic coaches and players around this campus. I know just one in particular, softball, and Coach Phil McSpadden. They have been just an absolute powerhouse. I mean, they make the softball World Series every single year, it seems like, and have won a plethora of national championships. So, yeah, you're right. There are a lot of really high-performing programs on this campus. And I was told, like, in my first interview for this job, everyone really cares about basketball. Everyone really wants basketball to do well. So, I've been told by a lot of people, just around campus, even outside the athletic department, how important it is for the school.
Yeah.
So, I think that there is some excitement, and when I've been talking to the players, that have been able to talk to about that specific thing, they all echo the same sentiment that just, if we can get this thing right, there's going to be a lot of support around us, and hopefully we'll pack out Abe Lemons and have a really significant home court advantage is the hope.
Yeah, that would be awesome if you get that many people in there. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. That would be awesome. And at CBC, I mean, that's kind of what I tell people at CBC. We had a very good home court record, and it was kind of a smaller gym, which made it easier to pack out. So it's like, hey, we need more butts and seats here at OCU because there's more seats to fill. So we got to get that place loud.
So you've been coaching in the American Midwest Conference, a conference that you and I already talked about. It surprised me a couple of years, but it's had a lot of success. I think that, just my opinion, I'll probably make people mad at the AMC again. The Sooner, I think, is deeper from top to bottom. I think it's a bit more competitive. When you look at the Sooner Conference, what does it look like to you? What is your feel about the Sooner Conference?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's arguably the best conference in NAIA basketball. I think I would certainly say it's top 3, 4 at the lowest. But no, there are some absolutely fantastic teams. They'd be getting 4 teams in to the national tournament basically every year the last couple of years. But really, you could argue they should have gotten 5 or 6 in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
No, so there are some fantastic teams at the top. Really, legit national championship contenders, as they've proven the last couple of years. But beyond that, you're right. It's not just top heavy. The depth in the Sooner is fantastic. Like there are no bad teams. There are no teams that, okay, we're just going to go steamroll these guys by 30 or anything like that. Like every game is going to be a dogfight. Any team could beat any other team on any given night. So no, it is a very tough league, and I'm excited to just be able to compete night in and night out, and every night's going to be a dogfight, and we got to be ready to go. So that was one of the other kind of attractive things about this job, is just being in one of the best conferences at our level in the nation.
So, Coach, how excited are you? I mean, practice day is just around the corner, just a few weeks away. What is your mood right now?
I'm very excited.
I bet.
I'm a little, yeah, no, it's been a lot. Just, I got my official start date was August 4th, actually. I got hired, about a week or two before that. Yeah. But so it's been, kind of a whirlwind, and, kind of the phrase I've been telling myself is, Rome was not built in a day, but they laid bricks every day. So I've just been trying to lay bricks and build this foundation here, and, get the right people and players, and just get everything situated. I'm very excited. I think obviously right now we don't even have all of our guys on campus yet. We haven't started class yet. But, just from watching the film and talking to guys, I think on paper we could be a good team, and could, they have a very high ceiling. If we're bought into each other and play tough and play the right way, I think we could be good. So that's the thing, it's not played on paper though. So we gotta put it together. We gotta lay bricks every day as a team and just build that chemistry. But no, that's to me, that's the fun part of it. It's like, I don't love doing the scheduling. I don't love doing the logistical aspects of it and the financial aspects. I love coaching basketball. Being around, a group of guys that wants to be together and wants to, maximize their potential. And I can't say definitively, but I think we have that. And I'm looking forward to, just to building that puzzle and building that foundation and seeing how far we can take this thing.
Well, Coach, I can tell you for one, I'm excited to see Oklahoma City basketball this season, see what you can do there. You and I got to meet each other back in Kansas City. I really like your coaching style. I think you're one of the better young coaches in the country. I'm really excited for what you can accomplish there.
Thank you, Bill. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you taking the time for me. And, as we talked about before the interview, I just want to say thank you for all that you do for our game, and just, making people aware that, hey, there's some really good basketball at this level. And thank you for your continued coverage and just support. And I know I speak on behalf of all the other coaches at this level and players at this level that we are extremely appreciative of you.
That's very, very kind. And in that vein, everybody in Oklahoma City needs to get out and see these stars. And the Sooner Athletic Conference is competitive basketball. You'll definitely get your money's worth, because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America. That's been scientifically studied and proven, by the way. But no, thank you very much, Sam. Thanks a lot. Now, I'll get you back on once the season gets going, and we can talk very definitively about these stars. How's that?
That sounds great, Bill. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you. I really enjoyed it. That's Sam Kohnke. He's the head men's basketball coach, Oklahoma City University Stars. Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, Bill.
Hey, thank you very much to Sam Kohnke, as to Oklahoma City University, the Stars. Sorry, caught me off guard there. Join us again tomorrow for Cascade Hoops Talk. I appreciate everybody listening. Tell your friends, when we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for supporting our podcast. Please like and subscribe. Get out to your local NAIA school, because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America.